Hello and welcome to this week's video where I made everything the fifth element. Not only because I made Mr. Kim's ship 3 years ago and curious to see if I'd actually improved since then. Good news, I have.
Yeah, it would be weird if you hadn't.
But the main reason is because I have a pickle to pick with the people over at Imdb. I want to bring some attention to the fact that they have this movie at the ass end of a 100 list. Now, I'm not saying it's the greatest sci-fi movie out there, but y'all got Signs and Prometheus up here in the mid-50s and 60s, so something's wrong. And what's this? 2 positions in front. Is that f***ing Armageddon? That's not even a science fiction movie. Man, if I wasn't so lazy. This video began with just the thought of making Korbin Dallas' apartment, and it all began a lot better than normally because this time I had a lot of sketches done beforehand and I felt prepared. But then I immediately forget everything I've ever learned and just made something stupid. Nah, I'm just joking. Well, I should have made it smaller, but it just goes to show how a sketch and a build can be 2 very different things. I mean, this is what I sketched, but it just doesn't look right once I had it in 4D. And I think it's because I added these black wings underneath to try and have some kind of stand, but it just made it worse. So I went back to the drawing board and came up with this tube idea instead. Now, I know this is probably not how it looks like in the movie, but I'm taking some creative freedoms here to try and capture the scene and give it some oomph, you know? And this already feels a lot better and looks better too. It's so sleek and shiny. And I feel somehow the roundness or the tubeness of it just bumps up the sci-fi value. There's something about tubes that makes us think about the future. And on top of all that, it also acts as a stand in itself. Like the build is the stand, which is just gravy. But here we've reached the breaking point. Basically anything I add from the build here on and out will just make it worse. And it's because I only have these colors left in slopes and curved sizes. So my dream of having this uniform for facade just went out the window. But I persevered and I just had to make with what the rest that I had, and it actually didn't end up as bad as I thought. But what I'm actually most proud of in the build is not even the build itself, is these police minifigs. All I did was just add this little button with a light stud and a fly helmet with a razor shade or whatever it's called, and they look exactly almost 1-to-1 like in the movie. Unlike my Rudy and my Bruce Willis here. But let's have a look inside and see if I actually got it right. And yep, there he is, the Bruce Willis minifig, the meat popsicle. That one side of the wall is pretty easy. Well, I mean, I took the easy way out. So let's have a look at the other side. Comes with a easy access. What do you think about that, eh? Nudge nudge?
Good boy.
I'd say I got most of it. The aquarium, the coffee pot, the shower head, and the thing that it gets knocked out with, the 3 cigarettes a day, and the closet. So I'm not quite sure what this is supposed to be. 2 points deducted. But overall, I'll give this a high mark. Like maybe a 7 out of 10. Once I had the apartment, that's when it got out of hand. I mean, I had to make his taxi cab now. And I was surprised how easy it actually was. I thought I could just use this old build, but then I saw the movie and realized, oh, I have to do it for real. But it was a lot easier than I thought, and I think it's because I didn't have those damn tires to worry about. And I don't really know what more to say about that. No notes. I did find out you can match these 2 clip-ons with each other, and that's a new one for me. And now we get to the juice of the crux. Once I had the cab, that's when Vanity stepped in, and I had to make Mr. Kim's ship again. Now, I know it's kind of a different scale, so you could say it's cheating. I mean, it's a smaller scale, so it could be easier to fit details that are more blunt and abstract, but it looks better. But it still looks better. I mean, I know it doesn't look 1-to-1 in the movie. There are, again, a few creative freedoms, like the anchor is not part of the movie, and it's not got the form of a beached whale like mine does. But basically, I'd give it some points. Nudge nudge.
Good boy.
The difficult part was getting the mannequin here. And mine might be a bit thick, but I think it works. So I also made a stand for it that just clips on like this and gives a lot more stability. It doesn't look very good, but I'm new to technique. So it's gonna be a slow hill to climb, but we'll get there. Finally, I made Korbin and Leeloo as Lego heads, and this is something I wouldn't normally think of. But someone just straight up told me what he likes, so why not? This is for you. Now, for everyone, this is not an open expectation that I'll make anything you guys suggest. But, you know, it doesn't hurt to ask. And I'm also slowly coming to the realization that I'm about to get 500 subscribers, which is crazy. Now, I've been assuming most people have been pressing the wrong buttons or something, but I have been seeing a lot of the same names and pictures in the comments and in the stats. But I want to show you guys my gratification without it being weird. So I'll let you know when I figure that one out. Until next time, thanks for watching, and as always, you have a lovely day. Cheers, bye.